Would you pay $500 to learn how to meditate? Because I wouldn't. But that's exactly what my first student just earned $10,500 doing, teaching people how to meditate through her online course. What if the skills you already had you could actually monetize as your passion, teaching others who are interested in the same things by selling an online course to them? This is something that my students and I learned how to do by monetizing our passions, and some of the topics that we sell online courses off you really wouldn't believe. So you probably started something on the side, but it didn't pan out. It's never as easy as the gurus make it seem, but they're all forgetting one crucial thing, which is leveraging skills you already have. Going from 8 to 10 is much easier than going from 1 to 10. I'll always be transparent with all of my students. So I decided for the very first time, I'm gonna show my actual Stripe account, which is what I use to process payments, to show you guys the exact numbers I did in my very first 2 months of launching my very first course. You'll get the exact formula that made me $100,000 in 1 day on my very first course launch, including how to validate your ideas risk-free, rapid audience building hacks, plug and play video scripts, and landing page funnels to collect customer emails. Not only that, you get a private student Facebook group where you get one-on-one mentorship with me and you get to collaborate with your other students. My name is Kevin David and I made $101,980 in 1 day selling my online course on a topic that I learned in just under a year. 18 months ago, I was flat broke. I took out this amazing girl that I loved so much, and we were eating dinner, and I tried to pay with it from my credit card, and it came back as declined. She had to pay for it, and I was so mortified. At that exact moment, I started dedicating my life to figure out a way to make more money online so that would never, ever happen to me again. One day, I stumbled across something called Amazon FBA, which was basically sourcing products from China for $1 and selling them in the USA for $25, $50, or sometimes even more than $50. I jumped in head first and I created a very successful physical products business selling on Amazon FBA. I started traveling around the world for months and months at a time, and all of my friends back home were saying, Kevin, how can you do this? How can you travel this long when we're really only given 2 weeks out of the entire year vacation? And I told them all about Amazon FBA, and when I did, they all started begging me, how did you do this? Teach us, please. I realized there was a huge opportunity in teaching Amazon FBA, almost even more so than even selling on Amazon FBA. And so I jumped in head first. I went out and found every piece of information I could possibly find from all of the top sellers that I was talking with day in and day out on Amazon FBA, and I started aggregating it into a way that I could actually teach other people what I had learned. And so I worked hard for 28 days, researching topics, starting to build out the skeleton of my course, researching a target market who might be interested in me launching that course to them, and then I started filming. Just 1 day after I launched my course, I made $30,000, which before would have taken me months and months to earn, especially when you think that when you sell a digital product, there's no revenue and expenses because your expenses are just your time, and so all the money you're generating is profit. Later that month, we actually did a relaunch to our growing email list, and we managed to do $100,000 profit in 1 single day. I couldn't believe it. I was in my 9-to-5 mindset where I had a $55,000 salary for the whole year, and I had almost doubled that in a single day. This isn't your average high-level so-called guru course making a bunch of claims about how rich they are and how much money they're making. I'm actually going to take you inside of my real live Stripe account and show you, not to brag, but just to show you that it actually is possible, and we're going to teach you exactly how I did that, step by step, how to replicate that success. I talk about the exact software that I use to build my membership sites. I talk about how to create highly targeted email campaigns. We go over how to market on Facebook, how to market on Google, how to remarket based on people's interest in your course, and how to remarket to them, which highly increases your ROI of your advertising expenses. I've endured the painful trial and error so that you won't have to. Your learning curve is cut from 100 to 1. I made this course specifically so that you can work wherever you want and whenever you want to be on your own schedule, so no boss ever tells you what to do ever again. You'll get the exact formula that I use to have a huge launch and how you can replicate it yourself. You'll get the formula to test an idea before you create the content for it, to know that you have an audience that's interested in buying before you actually devote your time to creating that content. Now, everyone's telling me not to let go of all of this secret knowledge for less than $5,000 because of all the money that my students are making, sometimes on their first day, outweighing the cost of the entire course. But let me ask you this. If all this course did was allow you to have more time with your friends and family, more time to do whatever you wanted, more time to travel the world, and it never having to answer to another boss again, would it be worth it? Well, I'm not very good at listening to what everyone says, so I'm never going to charge $5,000 as I've benefited hugely myself from a number of other online courses. So I've lowered the price way, way down. But this price is only for the true go-getters. The do-it-someday people will end up paying $5,000 if they even choose to act at all. A month from now, you could be experiencing the adrenaline for yourself as you click publish and watch money pour into your Stripe account in real time. Imagine 3 months from now when you have the freedom to travel all over the world and work from the beach or work from a cafe in Paris. To ensure all of my students get enough one-on-one attention from me, I've decided to only open the course 2 times per year. And remember guys, only the very first people who act today are going to get the price. It's never going to be available anytime, anywhere. So if you're ever going to join, if you're ever going to take action and change your life, the time is now guys. So click the button below, find out more information, and join the family.